Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Boys Do Sports. Today we have our dark horses for the year for fantasy football. Last year we had our dark horses. Some of them were pretty bad. You want to go ahead and recap them for us?
Yeah, so mine at quarterback, Kyler Murray. He finished as QB10. I had Isaiah Pacheco, finished RB63, but he missed 9 games.
Yeah.
Broke a leg, so that's hard.
Yeah, kind of hard.
Amon-Ra was going as like wide receiver 6. He finished as wide receiver 3. I just couldn't come up with anything last year. And then I went Jake Ferguson. He missed 3 games and wasn't really ever healthy to finish tight end 34. You also went Kyler Murray, and you went James Cook. Now,
Yeah,
he finished RB7.
I was happy with that.
Yep. Finished
Lot of
RB7.
touchdowns.
That was your closest one. You went Cup, finished RB39, or wide receiver 39.
Wide receiver. I still cannot believe. What was I thinking?
I don't missed 5 games, though. So, I mean, not terrible. And then you went Evan Ingram, was tight end
my guy.
36. He missed like 8
Yeah.
games. So,
Yeah, pretty tough.
yeah.
Yeah, not very good. Hopefully this year we can turn it around. I really hope that we don't curse our guys this much this year. I
Yeah.
swear it's like we cursed them. Half our guys got just injured right out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go quarterback first or should I?
All right, I'll go. It's Drake May.
Okay, sweet. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, we're done.
It's hard to say that one of the top 5 guys isn't going to finish as QB1. Talking about Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, because the tush push is still legal,
Just the tush push.
and Joe Burrow, just based on pure terrible defense and 5,000 passing yards and 50 touchdowns. You know, that helps in fantasy a
lot of
lot.
points.
But I was trying to go outside of those guys. Drake May is coming off the board as QB 16, going undrafted in some leagues. Going to be a lot of people's QB 2. And, you know, he has one of the easiest fantasy schedules for a quarterback, and he provides a ton of rushing upside. He was 4th in quarterback rushing yards in weeks 6 through 17 when he became the starter, and then he didn't play in week 18. And I don't know. I think he could be really good in this offense. Now, I know Mike Vrabel's always been a super run-heavy guy, so it's going to be tough, but he is the best one for me, I think.
Honestly, I think it's going to be good for Mike Vrabel if he does do a kind of a run offense because that's going to open up the RPO over there, and I think that's where the Patriots are just going to absolutely thrive. I mean, teams that run the RPO, you see the Commanders having Jaden Daniels run the RPO, it just works. You know, it made Daniel Jones a playoff-winning quarterback. I mean, if you can lean into an athletic quarterback, I mean, Vrabel had to be run heavy because he had fucking Ryan Tannehill. Like that's you can't really use athleticism from your quarterback if you don't have a mobile quarterback. So I think the RPO is going to help out Drake May quite a bit. I think it's going to make him nice. Like you said, we got to go outside the top 5. I even included Jaden Daniels in that just because everyone is saying like Jaden Daniels could be QB1, and he absolutely can. I mean, you know, you get
Rushing
upside quarterbacks. They're monsters for fantasy football.
Yeah.
So I went with one that doesn't rush near as much, rushes a little bit, finished as the QB5 last season. Baker Mayfield. All right. He's going to get Chris Godwin back healthy. He still has Mike Evans. Just drafted Emeka Egbuka. I think he has an incredible wide receiver room, probably the best overall wide receiver room in the NFL, including Jalen
McMillan.
Jalen McMillan. Who's McLaughlin? Is he also on that team?
Broncos running back.
Broncos running back. That's right. I was like, dude, what? Where's that name fucking with me from? But yeah. Like I said, he's getting Chris Godwin back from injury. They're obviously bought in on him. They signed him to a big contract over the offseason. And, I've also been a big proprietor that Baker is going to win the MVP this season. I think he throws for, 5,000 yards. I think there's no way that they don't lean in to him just throwing the ball every single down. He might throw 50 times a game, dude. It's going to be a fun offense to watch.
I don't think so. I don't think he's going to be MVP caliber by any means. They have Bucky Irving and still have Rachaad White and Sean Tucker. Like, they're going to run the ball.
Yeah, but I mean, Bucky Irving and Rashad White are both efficient pass catchers. I mean, like they can get involved in the run pass game as well. I mean, I think Bucky Irving had a solid chunk of receiving yards last season. I don't know the exact number. I didn't look at it.
I also don't figure we'll see Chris Godwin for the first couple weeks, honestly.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I don't know what his return timetable looks like. I haven't even.
They're
looked
still
into
keeping it pretty up in the air, so I figure it might be like week 6, week 7. But
I mean, that's just gonna leave
Emeka
Egbuka a
Egbuka,
lot of chance to shine, dude.
Godwin's not gonna be able to
nice.
come back and kick Egbuka out of his spot. Like, he's gonna be too good.
We're forgetting who Chris Godwin is, though. I mean, Chris Godwin is like
but when you're coming off of what happened to him, it's tough.
That ankle was sideways. Dude.
Yeah, it's been it'll in like week 5 it'll be a full year. So
I was definitely trying to keep it outside the box. I wanted to go Jaden Daniels. That's like my heart says he's gonna win it. He's just not a dark horse.
Yeah,
that's my problem.
That's why I said it's hard to say when it comes to this. Like, it could be
I could go Daniel Jones, Indianapolis Colts starter.
Well, what we should have done is our dark horse to finish is QB6.
Yeah, right. Yeah, picked a good one there. Same as like RB3 here, but who you got as running back?
Kenneth Walker.
Okay, I figured.
Yeah, I couldn't think of anybody else. You know, Bijan's obvious, Saquon's obvious, Gibbs is obvious. Even guys like, I almost went Chase Brown, but this is going to be an extremely run-heavy team. Like, if Walker can stay healthy all season, I think he could project for about 1,300 rushing yards, 68 receptions, 500 receiving yards, and 18 total touchdowns. And that would end up as more than 20 fantasy points than Saquon this last year. So
it's not bad.
I mean, and that's just from last season. His average of what the games he played, and if you just stretched it out over 17 games, that's what that would equal up to. So
yeah, I mean his problem has never been talent; it's availability.
No,
That's all it's ever been.
So talented,
injury prone, dude,
and his pass
both
catching is
legs,
crazy too. But he's coming off the board as RB14, so that's a pretty. I went QB16 and RB14, so I doubt they'll be even close, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope you do not plague my boy K9 with the injury bug.
Trust me, I don't either.
Deep into K9 all the time. You've been trying to trade him for me all week long, and to fight off your advances, sir. I can't have it. I'm so bought in on K9, and I have Zach Charbonnet right behind him if K9 goes down. Like, I'm just invested in this Seahawks offense. I'm too deep. I can't get rid of him now. I feel like I base my whole team around the K9 identity, dude. I need him. Speaking of RB14, mine finished as the RB14 last season. One of these is going to hit. It's either going to be Baker Mayfield or it's going to be Bucky Irving.
Oh, right? God.
Rashad White, still recovering from an injury. Who knows if he's going to be even back week 1, week 2. He might. They're trying to be positive, but the Bucs are weird with their training staff and trying to get out injury reports. I feel like they're always so far behind with injury reports. Mm-hmm. But Rashad White's role was almost completely diminished by the end of the season. Yeah. Bucky Irving has completely taken over that backfield. Bucky Irving is set to explode. I think everyone is really predicting Bucky Irving explodes, but I got to take that one step further. I think Bucky Irving scores like fucking 15 touchdowns and wins RB1. Give it to me.
Wow. Yeah, you're going to have to stretch to get him too. I think he's going in the second round.
Yeah, he's going high. You're going to have to waste your... Probably, yeah, because he's going right behind Saquon, Gibbs, Bijan, Henry, I think is the last one before him.
Yeah, Taylor, Jacobs, maybe.
I've been seeing Jonathan Taylor and Josh Jacobs sometimes slip to the end of the second round. Yeah. So I don't know. Just because, like, Jonathan Taylor, bro, that offense is going to be, I don't know. It's Daniel Jones is the starter now. We've seen what happens whenever a defense can completely key on the run game. It blows up their offense. I had to deal with it with Daniel Jones and Saquon for years. Saquon only put up like 900 or some odd yards because every defense we played keyed in on Saquon. So if everyone can just key in on Jonathan Taylor, I'm not big on Jonathan Taylor now. I don't know. That's just maybe I'm just super like scarred. I don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
I get it.
I can't do it. So yeah, Bucky Irving. Yeah, like you said, probably drafted RB5. Go ahead and give it. I'm excited. Let me see it.
At wide receiver, we all know it's Drake London.
Yeah, you already made the video.
Yeah. So since 2019, the red zone target leader has been the fantasy wide receiver one. Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Cooper Kupp, Devontae Adams, Michael Thomas, all led the league in red zone targets. Well, last year, Drake London finished as the wide receiver 5, which I did not see coming. And he had the 4th most red zone targets, which was 23, which in 2019-2020, Devontae Adams, Michael Thomas both had 26 red zone targets, and 2023, CeeDee Lamb had 27. So 23 is pretty damn close anyway. But 26% of his red zone targets came in weeks 16 through 18, 3 weeks, when Michael Penix was the starter. And if he had had that rate all season, which isn't to say that could have happened, he would have had 34 red zone targets, which would have been one more than Jamar Chase this year. And in those weeks, he also led the league in targets, yards, and fantasy points per game. And his fantasy points per game jumped from 16.5 to 23.1. So he definitely probably could have been wide receiver 1 last year with Penix all year. So I'm betting on that to happen this year because the fantasy wide receiver 1 hasn't repeated in a very long time. Now, it could go back to Jefferson. It could go back to Lamb. But over the last 6 years, we had a different wide receiver 1 every year. But he's going off the board as wide receiver 9, working his way up to the early second round. So it's going to be tough to get him without a early second round pick.
Yeah, Drake London is definitely on my draft board big time. If I can get him, I'm definitely planning on going wide receiver 1 and 2. Mainly because, like you said, I'm a big fan of Drake London, man. He put up 1,400 yards last season. And whenever Penix, he's clearly Penix's favorite target, dude. And I've seen that they're trying to force the ball to Kyle Pitts a lot in this offseason, little training camp. I don't know if that's going to affect Drake London's target share too much. It shouldn't. But if they're going to force feed Kyle Pitts in the end zone, that's really going to piss me off if I draft Drake London. That's
right.
All. Like, it's like, let's kind of take a back seat. Kyle Pitts is a bust. Let's just call a spade a spade.
Whoa. I wouldn't go that far.
He's a receiver trying to play off the end of the line, dude. All right? He can't block for shit. He's a receiver in a fucking down stance. What are we doing?
Don't forget, dude. When he was 20 years old, he broke the rookie receiving record for tight ends, like, at 20 years old.
Yeah, that's fine, and that's cool, but, like, come on, dude. Like, he hasn't done shit since, and he's been a dark hole. He's been a trap. He's been a trap draft. I think I drafted him one time, and I learned my lesson big time. All right?
I hope he goes somewhere else.
Maybe Kyle Pitts' career resurgence is among us. I don't know, man. Who knows, man? My wide receiver, who else? Who else could it possibly be? Give me Malik Neighbors. Despite missing a couple games due to concussion, he still finished as our wide receiver 8. Still a great season. Didn't really find the end zone that much like as he could have because of bad quarterback play. Russell Wilson is a way better quarterback than Daniel Jones was. And if he just has a consistent quarterback, like, that's all that he could ask for. He had 4 quarterbacks last season, and all of them were ass. So, I mean, having one mediocre at best quarterback is a hell of an upgrade. So, I'm excited to see what Malik Neighbors can do. I hope he stays on the field. This turf toe lingering injury that he's had all training camp is kind of bothering me, but I think they're just trying to play it safe. There's no point in even having him out there running routes, fucking around. I get it. Like, there's no point in it. Like, I don't want to see him fucking out there against the Jets either. Like, who cares? I don't want to beat the Jets in a fucking July training camp. I don't care. So I'm completely fine with Malik Neighbors. I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to be healthy. Give me Malik Neighbors as our dark horse wide receiver.
Yeah, looks like in PPR leagues he's coming off the board as wide receiver 6.
Yeah,
So
mid first round.
yeah, well, late first round.
Yeah, dude, he's gonna go
Yeah,
mid first round.
yeah,
There's just no way.
because I mean, you taking Malik? I mean, clearly
I'm
not over
going.
Chase.
Yeah, no, but Chase isn't gonna fall to me. I'm
Yeah,
really not
clearly
worried. I'm
not
going
over
Neighbors
Jefferson.
back to back with Drake London. Well, yeah, Jefferson shouldn't fall to me.
Lamb.
Either. All right, all right. So the only receivers I would take over Malik Neighbors right now, Jets, Chase, Lamb. That's it.
No
I'm
Monroe.
taking no.
No
I'm
Puka?
taking Malik Neighbors. No Puka. I'm taking Malik Neighbors as my fourth, and that's because I'm a very heavy-based Giants fan. That's all it is. You guys can take Amon-Ra as your safety blanket. You can take Puka as your safety blanket. Do what you wish. I'm taking the fucking absolute monster that is Malik Neighbors at wide receiver.
I might shock you. I think I would take Neighbors over Amon-Ra and Puka as well.
Yeah, it's just I really think he is primed for a massive sophomore season.
And
Like,
I mean,
I'm talking probably 1,500 yards, dude. Like, it's gonna be a huge season.
I do, especially in PPR leagues. I think Neighbors could catch a lot, get a lot of targets. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing in a PPR league, I mean, he put up 100 plus receptions last year, dude. Like, you can't be overlooking that shit. Like, that's a lot of points in just catches alone. I mean, if you aren't playing PPR, I get you need the yards. I get you need the touchdowns, and catches really don't matter that much. I would probably also take Amon-Ra if I wasn't in a PPR league, just because he does find the end zone. But give me Malik Neighbors,
which will
PPR.
regress, as I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's
that's
going
your
to
thing.
regress.
That's your thing. It has to. There's no way it doesn't. J-Mo is going to be wide receiver 1.
But yeah, I love JMO. But yeah, okay,
Yeah.
Neighbors, I like it. I went.
Did we get the same tight end?
Oh, I
We
doubt
might
it.
have. Okay, good.
I'm going Tucker Craft.
Okay, yeah, way off. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
yeah. I went deep into my bag here. Tucker Craft is coming off the board as let's see, go to PPR leagues. Tight end 11.
Yeah, he's cheap,
Yeah, so
which is like almost undrafted. Like,
yeah, close.
If you're in a 10 fucking team league, that's
Yeah.
probably undrafted.
I almost went Evan Ingram, which I'm assuming where you might be going, and
Nope, I can't go back to that well.
I'm huge on Kittle. I think George Kittle is going to finish tight end 1. But
But that's not really
that's not a dark
yeah.
horse. Yeah, going Bowers, McBride, or Kittle really isn't a dark horse. But last season, Kraft led all tight ends in yards after catch per reception and broken tackles. He has like this ability after the catch better than most tight ends in the league. And I figure Golden should help with over-the-top stuff. And then also, LaFleur has never been a run-heavy coach. And last year, they were super run-heavy. That's why Josh Jacobs had such a good year. But Love's injuries last year forced them to run the ball a lot. He was never really healthy. Remember, he got hurt in week 1 against the Eagles.
Yeah, Malik Willis came in, he played big time, man.
Yeah,
he
so
stepped in there and really locked in.
Yeah,
but,
they really went run heavy because you can't have your backup quarterback throwing the ball as many times as your starting quarterback. That just when things go to shit. So you run Josh Jacobs into the ground and have a pretty decent season.
Yeah, I mean, it worked out for him. Josh Jacobs will regress, I think, this year. I mean, there's no way he puts up that season again. That's why I'm not drafting him.
No, he's
super
going
high.
second round.
That's what I'm saying. We were talking about whenever we're talking about drafting Bucky Irving. I'm not taking Josh Jacobs over Bucky Irving. Just no way. No thanks. You said that Trey McBride isn't a dark horse, but people are really spooked. I'm looking at a lot of discussions, and like they are really spooked by his inability to find the end zone, and they're like just completely fading him altogether. So I did go ahead and say that Trey McBride is my dark horse to finish as the 1. I know he finished as tight end 3 last season, and he probably could have gotten in, like if he found the end zone like 6 times, he's tight end 1 by a mile. Like, but he just wasn't. He didn't score touchdowns, dude. And I don't know if that's Kyler Murray and the offense not getting him involved in the red zone. I didn't watch a whole lot of Cardinals football, but I did just keep up with the long going like chronicles of Trey McBride not scoring. Like what was it, like 13 weeks in a row? He didn't score until like the end of the season, damn near. So yeah, I mean, obviously he's one of the best tight ends in the NFL. I had no doubt about that. But people are scared right now that he isn't scoring touchdowns. If you need to hear it, don't be scared. Draft him. Don't take a flyer on a guy like Evan Ingram. I'm going to, but don't do that. Draft Trey McBride. Evan Ingram scored like a 55-yard. No, I don't think he scored, but he caught a 55-yard pass from Bo Nix in a preseason game, and that really got me fired up on Evan Ingram stock again. So I will be going back to the Evan Ingram well. But yeah, Trey McBride he's gonna finish his tight end one, no doubt.
It's definitely possible. He's going second round, right behind Bowers.
Yeah, I mean he's a fucking monster. Yeah, he should go before Kittle, honestly.
But well, he does go before Kittle. He's tight end too.
I don't think people will. I don't think people
Kittle,
are going to take Kittle over McBride.
No,
dude.
Kittle goes round 4.
That's crazy. I mean, at least they respect Trey McBride.
Oh yeah, he's
like,
going.
I haven't been looking at any ADPs.
Well, I've done probably 100 mock drafts on all the sites, and
yeah, it's about mock draft season for me. I'm gonna have to get locked in now. On redraft anyway. Most of all of our dynasty shit's already done. So
yeah, we're about done. We're about set for dynasty. It's all redraft time.
Yep. And if you guys have already drafted, go ahead and comment. I want to know what psychopaths draft in the middle of training camp and preseason games. You guys got to stop doing that. Tell your commissioner that injuries do happen in training camp. Injuries do happen in preseason games. You can wait until the weekend before the league starts. There's a 3-day gap right before Thursday Night Football and the Sunday right before. Just draft on that Saturday, Sunday. Stop making it hard on yourself, man.
Yeah, because if you drafted...
And I knew we weren't going to... Yeah, you go.
If you drafted Achane in the early second round, you might be screwed.
Yeah, you get a little hurt there, too. Mm-hmm. All right? And I know we said we weren't going to do kickers because you hate kickers for some reason. My dark horse kicker to finish as... Cam Little, Jaguars kicker. He's going to get a lot of attempts, and I think he drills at least 170-yarder. He's already done it in preseason. If you draft Cam Little, don't pick him up on a flyer, dude. Just draft him. Have some fun with it. If your league does kickers, have fun with it, dude.
You got to draft my boy Brandon Aubrey. Best kicker in the league, baby.
Cam Little's getting it done. Graham Gano's back to his form. He drilled like 250-yarders in preseason games already. We're back. Kickers are back. They need to be in every fantasy football league.
I'll pass.
All these woke fantasy leagues now want to get rid of kickers. Man.
Get rid of defenses too. It's too random.
Dude, get rid of defense. Everybody wants to do quadruple quarterbacks, whatever.
Yeah,
dude.
no, I don't like 2 quarterback leagues.
Yeah, too much, dude.
Yeah, give me 3 flexes and call it a day.
Fucking shit. 18 team benches, dude. Whatever. If you guys have any dark horses, go ahead and let us know in the comments. Your quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end. We'll try to respond to them. If you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like, and we'll see you guys next time.